Hi students, in this session I will be dealing with the discharge procedure. So last session we have saw regarding the admission procedure. After admitting the patient, when the treatment has completed, we should also plan for discharging the patient from the hospital. So for that, the patient, the family, the medical staff, social worker, dietitian, nurses, everybody should work in coordination so that at the earliest we can able to complete the treatment procedure of the patient and then we can discharge the patient. So before the discharge of the patient, we have to plan that the according to the doctor's plan only the discharge will be there, and the patient will be leaving the hospital with a written order of the doctor who was treating the patient on the patient charge. So the nurse has to ensure that a written order is there from the doctor's part so that the patient will be leaving from the hospital without any hazards, without any hazards. So the patient may have concerns regarding managing his own care at home. So for that, what the nurse has to be, a nurse has to do, she has to plan for the care. She has to educate the client so that the client can able to manage his care at the home. So if we are seeing educating, it includes a wide variety of things like continuing with the treatment, planning for the diet if exercise requires that, then when the client has to meet the doctor next time. So all these things will be including in the health education part. And home care, home health care, all the provisions should be there so that the client can able to continue the care which he was getting in the hospital, and the entire healthcare team will be planning for the discharge while the client is at the hospital. So let's see regarding the definition. Discharge means we are relieving a person from the hospital who was admitted as an inpatient. Okay. So what is the discharge? Discharge of a patient from the hospital. It means that we are relieving a person from the hospital setting after giving the treatment for the diseases which he was having, and with a written order from the doctor who was treating the patient, he will be leaving the hospital. That procedure is termed as discharge. What are the types of discharge? There is a planned discharge, DAMA or LAMA, transfer, abscond, and referral. What is planned discharge? Planned discharge means after the patient completes the management, actual or initial management from the hospital, when he or she is not in need for the direct supervision of the hospital people, then he or he will be discharged from there or relieved from the hospital. That is known as planned discharge. Okay. So what is planned discharge? Once the patient completes the treatment, actual treatment, and when the hospital or the person who is taking care of him, that means the doctor, is knowing that the patient is not, the patient does not require any direct supervision from the hospital, at that time he will be relieved from the hospital. That relieving is known as planned discharge. Second is DAMA or LAMA, either the discharge against medical advice or leave against medical advice. It means that the patient is requiring to go to home. He doesn't want the treatment. He is opting that he wants to leave the hospital against the medical advice. That type of discharge is known as LAMA or DAMA. Transfer, when some management or when one hospital is not having adequate facilities to treat for a particular disease, from one hospital to another hospital the patient can be transferred. That is another discharge. So why the transfer is there? It is for the further treatment of the patient. That is known as transfer. Abscond, Abscond means without telling anybody, one fine morning if the patient is not there in the bed. The patient has not informed anybody. Without information, if he is leaving the hospital, that is known as abscond. And last is referral. Any referral, if the patient is referred for the further management to the higher units, higher level treatment, if the patient is referred to another unit, that is known as referral. So these are the types of discharge: planned discharge, DAMA or LAMA, transfer, abscond, referral. Planned discharge means with the doctor's order, the patient is leaving the hospital. LAMA or DAMA means the patient is leaving the hospital against the medical advice. Transfer from one hospital to another hospital for the further treatment. Referral is also the same. Abscond means without informing anybody if the patient is leaving the hospital. That is known as abscond. So if the patient is leaving against the medical advice, consent should be given. Okay. So how that consent will be? So the patient can write in a paper, the consent form will be there. In that, the patient will be putting a signature and giving that he is leaving against the medical advice. The doctor has explained him regarding his treatment or regarding the complications, regarding the ill effects when he discharges from the hospital, but still he want to depart from the hospital. No doctor or no nurse is responsible for any ill happening after the departure. So like that, a consent will be there where the name of the patient or the relative, what is the relation of the relative to the patient, signature, date and time. So like this, a consent form should be given if the patient is leaving against the medical advice. Okay, so what is the consent? I am leaving the hospital against the medical advice. Doctor explained me about my disease condition and ill effects of the discharge against the medical advice. Doctors and nursing staff will not be responsible for any ill effects happening after my departure. So like this, a consent should be given to the hospital if a person is leaving against the medical advice. So during the discharge time, what are all the plans to be done? Nurses is playing an important role while the discharging a client from the hospital. Here, the nurse will be explaining regarding the continuity of the care, and also the nurse will think, or the nurse will be explaining how to apply the process, and the discharge planning is centralized, it is coordinated, and it is a interdisciplinary process. Discharge cannot be done by one person. Discharge of a person cannot be done by one person. So for that, a coordinated interdisciplinary process is required from the members of the health team. Then only the discharge could be planned for a client. What are the essentials required for a planned discharge? So the main important requirement when a client is there for a planned discharge, it is a written order from the doctor. The doctor has to give a written order that the client is in a condition to get discharged from the hospital. A discharge card should be given to the patient, which is having all the information regarding what disease, regarding what was the disease condition. If any surgery was done, a small note on the surgery, then the what are all the treatment the patient was getting at the time of the hospital, and also at home what medicines he has to take. Everything will be written on the discharge card, and what is the time of the next visit, even that is also mentioned in the discharge card. So the discharge card with all the information in a clear and clarified way, it should be given to the patient. Next, informing the other departments. So what are the other departments? Mainly the billing session, it has to be informed that the patient is getting, or if from any other area, if the patient has got any services in the hospital, that area or department also has to be informed. Then after, before the patient leaves the hospital, we have to check that whether the bills are paid or not. Next, if any hospital things has given to the patient, that has to be taken back. If we have kept any personal belonging of the patient, that has to be given back to the patient. Arrangement of transport, for example ambulance, if the patient is not having any vehicle, or if a private vehicle is not there, so we have to arrange for the ambulance or any sort of transport. After that, once the patient leaves the hospital, we have to document each and everything, and then the record of the client has to be sent to the MRT. So these are the essentials or the requirements before a planned discharge. So what are all the things we have to do? We have to check the written order of the doctor. We have to give him the discharge card, which is saying the information regarding his treatment. We have to inform the other departments, check the payment of the bills. Hospital accessories has to be taken back. If any personal belonging is there with the nurse in charge, that has to be given back to the patient. Arrangement of the transport has to be done, and we have to document each and everything. What are the steps involved in the discharge planning? Evaluation. A thorough evaluation of the patient should be done by the doctor who was treating him before the person is discharged from the hospital. So the foremost step is assessment or evaluation of the patient. Next one, we have to discuss regarding the treatment and the further care which the patient has to take in the home. That discussion, it can be done with the patient and with his relatives. Then planning for the homecoming or transfer to other place. If the patient is transferred to other hospital, or if the patient is transferred to the home, that if the patient is discharged, we have to go for a adequate planning. Determine if the caregiver should support him at home or not. So for some example, if the patient is if the patient requires any rehabilitative services, so for that we have to determine whether any such services needed or not. Referral to the home care agency or the appropriate support. If any referral is needed to any other areas, that also has to be reviewed. Then arrangement for the next appointment or the test should also be involved in the discharge planning. Okay, so evaluation of the patient, discussion regarding his conditions, planning for the exact planning to discharge the patient, determining whether any support or care is needed, referral to the other agencies is also involved, and arrangement for the further appointment or the test also should be conducted. So these are the steps involved in the discharge plan. What is the nurse's responsibility in discharge? Preparation for the discharge. So when the preparation for the discharge is done, it is done in the planning for discharge is done at the time of admission itself. If any rehabilitation services or follow-up is needed for any long-term client, that also to be reviewed. The nurse has to teach all the procedures which the client has to continue at the home, and if any practice requires, that also should be done during the hospital stay. Example, if a diabetic client has to take the insulin injection, the client has to be trained to take the injection by self at the hospital itself. The nurse can able to give practice to the client how to take the insulin injection self. So teaching of such procedures which has to be continued at home, the practice should be done at the time of the hospital stay itself. Arrangement for the transport. The nurse can also assist the patient for arranging the transport to the home. During the discharge procedure, the nurse should check the written order of the doctor. She should explain regarding the discharge orders. She has to hand over the personal belongings of the patient. She has to receive the hospital property back. She has to confirm whether the bill is paid or not. She should also inform the other departments that the client is getting discharged. If the client is leaving against medical advice, the DAMA consent has to be checked. Also, the nurse should arrange for the transport. Okay. So during the discharge procedure, the nurse's responsibility is to see the doctor's order, explanations required related to the treatment, hand over the personal belongings, check and receive any hospital property, confirm the bill paid, inform other departments regarding the discharge, arrange the transport, and check the DAMA consent if the patient is leaving against the medical advice. After the discharge, the nurse has to document each and every procedure or everything related to the client, and also she should take the articles or give the articles for the sterilization which was used by the patient, and the room should also be disinfected. So this is the after discharge, these are the nurse's responsibility, that is documenting the all the records and care of the patient's room and the articles. If the patient is a MLC case, medical legal case, what is the responsibility? Check the medical legal history. We have to notify the medical officer in charge. If the patient is absconding from the hospital, that also has to be immediately reported to the medical officer. All the documents has to be maintained in a proper manner. Take in written handing over and taking of the articles. Never discharge the patient without the written order by the physician. More or less same, but here in the MLC case, we have to check for the medical legal case. So, in short, whenever we are discharging the patient, we have to educate the patient regarding the medication, regarding the environment, how the basic environment, the environment has to be there for a client. Related to the treatment, we have to give the explanation. Health teaching for the home care, outpatient referral if any is there. Also, we should give the explanation, or also we should give health education regarding the diet. Okay. So that's all for this session. So in this session, we have seen regarding what is discharge, what are the different types of discharge, and how we have to do the discharge procedure, and what is the nurse's responsibility in discharging a client from a hospital after the hospital stay. Thank you, students.